News 12 now at 5:30. Your news now. News 12 Now's Kate Levens introduces us to those working to make a difference in your community with Kay.
Welcome back, everyone, to News 12 now at 5:30. In your community news today, we get to sit down with Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly and talk a little bit about what's going on in and around the Tennessee Valley. He joins us now. Hi, Mayor Kelly. How are you?
How are you, Kay?
Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
All right, so there's a lot going on in the city of Chattanooga right now. Let's start a little bit with crime. We've seen a lot of violent crime in the city over the last couple of months. Just a couple of weeks ago, 7 people were shot. What is the city doing to help stop this problem?
Well, it's a terrible problem, and unfortunately it's a problem nationwide. From last year to this year, we've seen homicides nationally go up 30%, so it's a terrible problem. And this problem is particularly bad with our youth. So we are working obviously with the police department. We were recently awarded a grant from the Department of Justice. We're one of 10 cities nationwide to be accepted into a Partnership for Safety program. So they're going to be sending down some folks to help us institute some best practices. We're also talking to the nonprofit community about what we can do to keep our youth occupied and safe.
Some people say that they're fearful to come out and talk about maybe what they saw. Yeah. How can this program help with that? They're concerned for their safety.
Right, and that's understandable. A lot of these shootings are reportedly retaliatory. And so we have to be able to keep witnesses safe, and we have methods and programs to do just that. But it still requires a great degree of trust between the community and the department, and of course that's always a work in progress.
Is it gang activity here in the Tennessee Valley?
I wouldn't call it gang activity per se, but it certainly is that sort of thing. It's groups of folks who don't like one another, and I think that constitutes the bulk of it.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the hiring for the next police chief right here in Chattanooga. Talk to us a little bit about that process.
So it will be a slow, methodical process to gather community input, and we're shooting for the hire to be complete in really probably February of next year.
It's a big decision for
Chattanooga. It's a huge decision. It's a hugely important position, and we have to get it right.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's talk a little bit about Startup Week, recycling pitch and the competition there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Everybody's familiar with the fact that we had to suspend curbside recycling, unfortunately, because of a driver shortage, but we thought we would use that as a teachable moment to get people thinking about recycling generally. We needed really to kind of take it back to the bolts here and start over in a lot of respects, because there's a lot of stuff that wasn't being done. We were not able to recycle glass locally. There are a lot of plastics, 3 through 7, that we were not recycling. So we asked the startup community to give us their best ideas as to how to solve this, and they came up with some really great ones.
Also, we have to talk about a little bit about this tax relief program right here in Chattanooga. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, seniors can apply to have their taxes frozen. As we know, it's never a fun thing or a happy thing to have to raise taxes, but we did in order to give our police and firefighters and public works workers much needed raises. However, seniors that are on fixed incomes can apply to have their tax bills frozen so that they're not paying more than they did in the previous year, and they can do that on the city's website.
All right, thank you so much, Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly, for joining us today and giving us some information about what's going on in and around the city of Chattanooga.
Thank you.
All right, if you want some more information on this interview, go check out our website. That's at WDEF.com.